Two really interesting tidbits and pieces of information today that if you're a freelancer just starting your business or you just like the kind of like operations stuff and the things that go on behind the scenes, the setup of businesses, something that I have just like such a true passion for. I have no idea. I set up all those LLCs back in the day and I was just like, I love just setting these things up, getting the pieces together, trying the different tools out to, the stuff that makes your business run. I got a couple updates for you today that you might find valuable. At some point when you start your business, you're going to be like, oh, well, I need to pay for stuff and I'm probably not going to use my debit card. So you're going to get a business credit card. Back in the day, this was my go-to right here, the Capital One Spark Business. There's a couple different variants, but just the 1.5, whatever. That's the one that I had. No annual fee or anything, kind of straightforward, but I just have a problem with Capital One over the years. They don't give you the credit limits that you need. I'm not trying to spend a ton of money, but there's months where I need to pay contractors, I need to pay whatever, and I could never really get more than a $5,000 credit limit at the most from them. And for a business, I just feel like that's too low. Enter my new favorite that I now have for both business entities that I mainly run here. This is the Chase Inc. Business Preferred. Can you see that? There you go. My new one for Motive 11 just came in the mail, and that has a $35,000 credit limit. Am I ever planning on spending $35,000 in 1 month? No, but it's nice to have the credit in case you need the credit. Also, I need to say I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. I do really enjoy this stuff and I have a fair amount of experience with it. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments down below. Quick other thing that I can make a whole video on. When I started my businesses, I need a phone number too. And I got Google Voice because I'm an Android guy. Google Voice numbers were free or like 15 bucks a month, depending on what you're doing. And again, works for most things like calls and text or whatever, but it doesn't have RCS, meaning you can't do any the reactions. You can't do voice memos, anything like that. For my personal number, I have Verizon, and I've been wanting to get a better solution for those Google Voice numbers because it's getting pretty bad, especially with people sending me voice memos. I'm a big voice memo guy. I need to do something. So I'm in my bed last night at midnight. I'm like, can I add a second number to my Verizon account? Sure enough, you can for 15 bucks. And I am currently in the process of porting that over. It's being a little weird. It's taking a little bit of time, but that is going to be a way better solution, I think, than the Google Voice situation. I'll let you know how that all shakes out. If you have any questions, leave them down below. I'll talk to you tomorrow.